Hello, YouTube and X. It's your main man, BTM here, bringing you back to the BTM Crypto News Network. It's your main man, BTM, and we're talking about Kaspa. Kaspa. Apparently, there's a big update people are talking about. I haven't been able to confirm yet about possible Binance listing. And people are also talking about Kaspa is ready to take off. So Kaspa is back, right? Kaspa is on and pumping, and Kaspa is on the verge of making the change. People are saying Kaspa will be a top 10 crypto. Have a small bag of Kaspa I plan to hold for 10 years. So what up to what a dude? I guess this is saying you what dude? You what a dude? I don't know if I'm saying that right. But either way it go, thanks for joining. Thanks for like, sharing, and subscribing and super chat in. And let's see what we can see. Let me go ahead and turn on the spotlight. So let's see what we got here. What up? What is this? Galaxy, I guess. Kaya, I guess. I'm not sure. Not 100% sure how to read that. But on to the spotlight. So this is the Crypto News Network. Make sure you sign up. Been a lot of people joining. And this is Pompalinsky. So Pompalinsky's saying, have your cash bag ready before Binance listing. Caspa's going to have the most hated God candle. And if so, this is the most similar coin to Bitcoin. Actually works a solid chain for sure. And he's saying it's going to be most hated. And this is cash or CASP. That's what I imagine will happen in the future. Anyone else have the same thoughts? So they're saying at the supermarket, people are going to say cash or CASPA, which would be huge. And this is Conan a Kaspa, the top dog on the Kaspa KRC20 tokens. Conan is a warrior, the warrior, but fighting for peace and the power of decentralization. Conan is the protector of CAS, which is the fastest POW network with the highest security standards of the unique block DAG protocol. We can't wait for the release of SC on Kaspa. Network will be huge possibilities and future perspectives. Conan Army, the officer will be there, and you. We have to protect the KRC 20 city together. Just hold and trust the green candle will be back soon. So, of course, just diamond hand, right? I got my Michael Jackson, we're back and continue to hold. So, keeping it moving. This is Conan of Kaspa. Conan's about to embark on the next major combat mission. It is important to know that you don't have to win every battle to win the war. Some people run away from losing battle. There are deserters. However, those who are programmed to win, the diamond hands will preserve to the end. The glory will be theirs. And the glory, what a glory you can't imagine yet. Conan is programmed to win and has everything it needs for victory. A strong core team, strong community, lots of developments behind the scenes, and an attractive name and character, and one of the most stronger narratives and message in meme coin history. This is Donald Trump's favorite dog. Do you know any dogs with bigger reputation? World peace, financial stability, and unity. This is Conan message for you and the whole world. This is Pumpaliski again. This is educational guess based on transfers and rumors. In my opinion, Kaspa wallets belong to these exchanges. And this is the rumor. Wallet 2 is Binance. We can't confirm or deny, but we're still waiting to see. Wallet 4 is KuCoin. Wallet 5 is Crypto.com. Wallet 6 is OKX. And Wallet 8 is Coinbase. We'll check those wallets in a minute. Kaspa is the future layer 1 blockchain. It's designed perfect, has perfection, has many in the ecosystem standing up and taking notice. Lightning fast TPS, POW, no pre-mined, no pre-allocated, a superior team, unmatched technology solves the blockchain trilemma. 10 BPS, Kaspa, Bitcoin, crypto, Ethereum, and altcoins. So let me know what you guys think. Put a fire emoji in the chat if you know where it's at. And this is still bullish on Kaspa, all in on the Kasp. And this is from the Wall Street Beats, or Wall Street Bets, actually, the Wall Street Bets community that is joining up with Kaspa. So strap in, put your table to your full upright position, and let's get ready to take off. This is Pumpalinsky again. Trust the process. Kaspa's going to be a top 5 crypto today, in a week, in a month, and in a year. You see how the wheels are getting rounder because it is ready to roll on. And Pac-Man KRC20 is fighting his way up the chart. So I did get some Pac-Man. So we'll check that as well. So thanks for joining. Thanks for like, sharing, and subscribing and super chatting. The cast community keeps finding new ways, new things being built. Here is a group doing a prediction market for Kaspa. We will follow them and see what happens. So this is prediction markets are gaining serious traction. Kolaski just secured 2 billion evaluation for operating with TradeFi. Profi is the next model. Further, by leveraging Kaspa's speed and security, we're building a decentralized, permissionless alternative designed for the next generation of global prediction markets. The future isn't regulated into place, it's built. Profi being a prediction market to the fastest L1 in crypto. We're not early, we're invincible, inevitable, powered by Kas. And this is excited to announce 185 million Series K Cassius at 2 billion. The ground led by Pigram and in particular Sequoia multi-chain. Let me figure out what this is actually saying. Keeping it moving. Let's go back to the BTM Crypto News Network. So this is, but Gamble Fi on Kaspa, prize winning, never ending global royal battle royal. I've had this idea for a long time, but now with Kaspa, it can work. And that Slither IO is a game I've played many times. So let me know what you guys think. This is Solana, Binance, Ethereum, Bitcoin, and Kaspa. Too much corruption in the world. There's no reason whatsoever why this isn't having a top tier listing other than corruption. Feel that. So this is Starlight.cast. Chest on Kaspa. Forked for Cash Asia, Cash Casha, I guess. currently with UI and UX changes was a Vive creating this so far. So this is Kaspa. So I need to research it, but it looks like there is a game, I guess. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. This is the hottest altcoin right now, ranked by social dominance. You got Solana, Link, Sui, and Cash number 3. SEI, and Jets, HBAR, Vet, Gala, VRA, and Algo. So shout out to that. This is Ethereum devs. Let me see. I'm gonna play this. Tombolinski founded Kaspa. His ghost work is what Vitalik-based Ethereum. CV it, based on a wonderful algorithm from Zohan and Saminsky. Come build on Cas before SC goes live. What is this SC they're talking about? Smart contract.
The Ghost, as I mentioned, combines together the benefits of a traditional BFT consensus and a chain-based consensus.
Let me add some volume here real quick. Give me a second.
And also Ghost, this wonderful algorithm from Aviva Zohar and Yonatan Sampolinsky that we adapted to a proof of, or Vlad adapted to a proof of stake context. So we have a proof of stake based on a Kaspa FFG plus LMD Ghost, as I mentioned, combines together the benefits of a traditional BFT consensus and a chain-based consensus, and also Ghost, this wonderful algorithm from Aviva Zohar and Yonatan Sampolinsky that we adapted to a proof of, or Vlad adapted to a proof of stake context.
So this is Valak Buterin, and the founder of Ethereum. So this is Migrant Labs. Craven is coming July 2025. Incentivized testnet on Kaspa, testnet 10, pre-liquid token. Let me see. Hey world, we're excited to share the Craven, the Ingrid Test Lab, is launching mid-July. Craven brings us closer to the Ingram Gold, a new programmable system that will prioritize decentralization and security, infrastructure, and a trustless, scalable digital economy. Craven delivers decentralized infrastructure by releasing the node client L1 to L2 chronic bridge protocol for lighter nodes, DOA governance, and forward compatibility with ZK execution clients. Let's break those down and explore. And that'll be on the BTM page. Even Wall Street Bets knows where the spotlight is heading. CASP. What up? I bet with the GOAT. What's going on, brother? Did you hear about Blaze? Crazy chart. What is this Blaze? Let's see here. Let's see, what is this? So it's not on the bubbles just yet. So we'll come back to that. This is yesterday. This is a great overview of core work by somebody. Kaspa's industry initiative work on Warp Core. We had a video about the Warp Core, the financial bridge, gigawatt stablecoin energy, ZET, XT carbon trading will become foundation infrastructure for the future. Think Kaspa. And this is on the 25th. While everyone is waiting on Kaspa pump, once smart contracts go live, or when Kaspa hits tier 1 exchanges, the other catalyst, it feels like we're missing something bigger. Kaspa KII is quietly working initiatives that could unlock far greater opportunities for Kas. As they put it, we're working on ZET-EX, which is arguably a much bigger addressable market. Let them have their memes. I want back and listen carefully to their presentation to make it easier to digest. I summarize the core ideas in the slides. So this is Warp Core, which we made a video about. Gigawatt, we also made a video. And this is the ZX, the decentralized marketplace for zero emission fuel and carbon assets. And also here, I'm not going to read all that either. So this is Captain Kaspa. Kaspa and KPT Cas community, exciting news. Automark car service in Constant, Romania is now the first car service to accept cash payments for repairs to spare parts or fresh paint jobs. Automark delivers 20 years of expertise, top professionals, and fair prices. I just paid 350 euros in cash for my car's maintenance, and the owner's thrilled about cash as both a payment method and a promising crypto investment. Check them out at Automark Car Service. Join KPT Cash Movement. Do your part on board business to accept cash as payment and claim your KPT Cash prizes. So this is Kaspa Dorex. No premier, no insiders, no shortcut. Kaspa is a pure layer one since Bitcoin, but 6,000 times faster. And this is the Kaspa Ghost DAG visualizer launched. Explore real-time parallel block processing and Terminic block ordering. I guess this is the visualizer at Kaspa dot Kaspa hyphen the gbpv.net. And the visualizer looks pretty awesome. So let me know what you guys think about this as well. Close it. I don't want to pull too much resource. This is Kaspa can't reach dollar because, oh, Kaspa can't this, Cas can't that. Oh, Cas can effort. Tech is better than Bitcoin. And you think it's not going to run as hard as F and melt your brain with emotions when you fumble the greatest opportunity of your life. From $5 to $7. Let's go. Just a reminder. Pause this for a second. Just a reminder to Cash community. Dang it. For all the exchanges that haven't listed Cash. When Cash gets listed on Kraken, they have a record on views and comments, 2.5 million to be precise. The power of one of the biggest communities I've ever seen. So let's go to this quick video. Cash spot now open trade on Kraken. Crate was it Kraken? So Kaspa is on Kraken, I guess. This is blockchain trilemma solved, secure, scalable, and decentralized. Decentralization, scalability, and security, the trilemma for Kaspa. So let me know what you guys think in the Kaspa. So that was the last update. Let's go to the crypto bubbles. So on the bubbles, you see ZBC ends up 5%, Sui's up 3%, Renders up 4.2, Petty Penguins up 10.8, BGB's 3.5, Hence up 4.5. Archblock is up 3.4, Fartcoin is up 1.3, FET 2.6, Caspa's down 1.6, HBAR is up 0.8, Radium is up 1.4, Quant is up 1.9, Jupiter is 1.5, Spectrum's finally bounced back 7%. XDC is up 3.7. AIZ16's up 1.8. Fluck is up 1. Near's up 1.4. White's up 1.8. Baby Dodge is up 0.6. Mood ends up 0.4. Swarms is up 3.3. I guess that's the major updates. Brett is up 2.6. Virtuals is up 2.8. And we'll look at the Kaspa FYI. So TPS is 8, 7.9. BPS is 10.4. Kaspa is up 0.2% to 0.7. 24-hour trading volume is 71.3 mil won. Market cap is 1.9 billion. I think that is. Hash rate is up to 913 petahash. It was at an ether hash. It went down. Now it's like it's coming back up. Percent mined is 91.8. Next reduction is 8 days down to 4.9 hash per block reward. Keeping it moving, we'll check the top addresses and then we'll come back to the KRC20 tokens. So on addresses were up to 532,000. I think it was 533 yesterday. Crabs is down 10 in the last hour, down 2 in the last day. Octopus is down 2 in the last hour, down 22 in the last 24 hours. Fish is down 2, up 34 in the last 24 hours. Dolphins up 2 today, or 2 in the last hour, down 11 on the day. Last 24 hours, we picked up 6 sharks. No change with whales, humpbacks, and we still have the Aquaman. Let's go over the top addresses. Top addresses, we'll look at the changes first. Mexi is down 1 million. Bybit is down 4.1 million. BitGet is up 79,000. This guy lost 3,000. This guy lost 400,000. Gate.io lost 7.6 million. 32 is 0. That's weird. 33 is up 1 million. 37 is up 560. And Kraken, my bad. Kraken is up 794. We'll take the changes off. Looks like this number 2 has not added anything, which is rumored to be Binance. Uphold, no change. This guy, no change. 4, 5, no change. 6, no change. So let me know in the comments, what do you think number 2 is? So this is KRC20. Zale is down 4%. Nacho's down 9%. Nacho continues to slide. KPT Casp is up 3%. Bert is down 17. Top gainers, K-Bolt is up 14. K-Rex is up 2%. Cappy's up 2%. Kiki's up 1%. And Bomo is up 1%. So we'll see here, Zale still number 1 at 31 million, down 4%. PPKAS unchanged at 10 million. Nachos down 19% to 7.3. I remember Nacho was number 1 for a long time. But with things that played out, Nacho is starting to sell off. Let me see here. Kane Go is down 14% to 4 million. Caspy's down 2% to 2.3 million. Casper, the friendly ghost on Kaspa is 1.4 million. Bert is number 7, down 17% to 1.2 million. Conan, the top dog on Kaspa, is in number 8, slowly pushing up. I think it might take BERT today at 1 million. GOAT is down 4% to 800,000. Croak is down 12% to 554. Kiki's up 1% to 475. Cas BTC's 1% down to 422. KREC is up 2% to 273. Cairo down 2% to 222. Imagine that. And Cairo is 124. It's crazy because Cairo was like in the top 5 and then it kind of started tanking. I don't say it's a rug pull, but things did pop down quickly. So this is Kaspa on coin market cap. They're saying it's down 1.9%. That's weird because okay, it is down 1.9. We'll check out why. Look at their AI. Market cap is 1.9 billion. 24-hour trading volume 74, which is down 22%. Market cap is down 1.8. And we'll check out the AI. Raleigh Wayway. Do you know if the KS7 Lite get a price reduction in America recently? Did you know? I'm from Europe and waiting for the price to drop. I could check and see, but I'm pretty sure unless the price starts pumping, these miners are going to go on sale. Kaspa 0.6 24-hour dip reflects miner profit, taking technical resistance and muted altcoin momentum despite oversold conditions. Miners selling pressure from ASIC operators rotating into Bitcoin, Tau, and Cubic. Technical resistance near the 0.75 and the 0.78 Fibonacci zone. Neutral market sentiment with Bitcoin dominance at 65%. Recent X discussion, Crypto Titan highlights ASIC miners selling cash rewards to fund Bitcoin, Tau in cubic positions, creating a constant sell pressure. Kaspa circulating supply hit 70 or 26.3 billion, 90% of max, reducing scarcity appeal as emissions continue. Pool mining hash rate reported a 3% network hash rate growth despite shrinking margins, suggests miners prioritize network security over price support. Price rejected the 50-day EMA to 0.88 cents on June 26, now testing the 7 support. MACD histograph turned positive to 0.014, but remains below the signal line at 0.06, signaling weak momentum. 24-hour volume fell 30% to 69.6 million, reflected low conviction in the breakout attempts. Conclusion: Kaspa dip stems from miner-driven supply inflation, meeting cautious technical traders compounded by Bitcoin's 65% dominant, limiting altcoin rally. Watch the 0.7 and the 0.74 range for accumulation signs as derivative data shows 72.5 call options skewed for late June. Could miners rotation into competing POW projects accelerate if Kaspa fails to hold the 0.7 cents? Hope not. Keeping it pushing. Kaspa's bullish to 89%. I got the feeling Cas is hitting $1 this year. What do you think, Kaspa community? What do you guys think? Do you think it's going to hit $1 with the Wall Street bets joining the team? Oh, well, that's in the Kaspa. Do not underestimate Kaspa and Wall Street bets diamond hands. Maximize exposure when it matters most. The price are a blessing for the wise. You better understand where Kaspa is heading. Analyze to prepare for an edible end game. Why Kaspa might be crypto's best kept secret. Okay. Uh, G- Chat GPT predicts Kaspa's price when Bitcoin hits 200K. Is this just a prediction or is this actually Bitcoin recently crossed 107 mark and some analysts forecasting to hit 200K by the end of the year? Investors starting to look at a high upside. Altcoins could ride the wave. One of those coins casts a project with technical technology and real community strength and serious upside. So where's the price prediction? Kaspa hits 45 to 65%. If Bitcoin hits 200K during peak uh, Ethereum and altcoins rally across the board, we saw in previous bull markets, Kaspa could very realistically 5 to 8x current levels. That puts the projected price from around in the range of 45 cents to 65, depending on how much retail money flows into smaller caps and how well cash holds momentum. In this scenario, benefits from increased exposure on exchanges, perhaps finally launching on Coinbase and Binance goes again, that Binance listing, uh, rising institutional curiosity around block decks, spillover gains from Ethereum, Solana, and more, and even meme coins, a surging community-led marketing and liquidity. At 65 cents, cash will be considered undervalued compared to top 20 projects in terms of speed, efficiency, and tech innovation. Let's go. Let's see where we're here. Casper's following the Bitcoin footsteps. Where chart looks eerily similar to Bitcoin early days. Same slow adoption, same public doubt, same once in a life opportunity. Most inspirational pet on the planet for a purpose of Cas. Let's keeping it moving. Where were we? What did that prediction? So Cas is down 1% in the hour, down 1.7 in the day, up 7.2 last 7 days, down 27.8 last 30, up 16.7 for 90 days, and down 59.2 for the year. Current market cap is 1.9 billion. And this is Kaspa.com. Zelle is up 3.1%. The market cap to 32.5 million. PPKS is 10 million, up 0.13, not down 17% to 7.6 million. Tango's down 14% to 4.1. Caspi's down. Caspa's up 0.52% to 2.4 million. Casper is 1.5 down 5%. Okay, that's weird. What happened? It's weird. Right in the middle of my updates, it went blank. So wait for the update to come back. I don't know what's going on. Guess we'll have to keep pushing. It's weird. Why did this shut down? So this is the nodes. Caspa nodes are in 25 countries. Most dense is Europe with 80 94 nodes. Geographic coverage is 20 or 12.8% of world countries. Node density is 6.8 per country. Top country, United States, at 28% of the nodes. What? United States finally overtook Germany? Shout out to the good old US of A. What happened in Germany? I don't know what happened there. It's weird. We can see it here. It refreshes here. I don't know what's going on, Kaspa marketplace dashboard for the tokens. But I guess we'll shoot on over, watch a couple of videos. This is your crypto crew. We're talking about a big opportunity on Cas. Let me make sure we got the sound.
That's cool, you know.
Turn the sound up one more second. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs. So we'll go here.
What's up, Crypto Crew, and welcome back. Or if this is your first time, I'm Captain Crypto Might, actively escaping the matrix, scoping out the crypto oceans. If you like your odds, get on the boat, stay up to date, thumbs up, and join the hunt.
Into the boat.
Crypto Crew, crypto is starting to get more accepted by the mainstream, and a hot topic currently is stablecoins. Once Kaspa smart contracts are launched and layer 2, such as Kasplex, are operating with Kaspa's layer 1, eventually we will see stablecoins on the fastest proven true proof of work crypto project, Kaspa. And this is all in development whilst Genius Act, aka the stablecoin bill, just passed the House as we speak.
Here's an opportunity for a win. Here's an opportunity to build momentum. Frankly, we've got multiple jurisdictions here in the Senate that will have to come together, form committee meetings. It's going to be complicated here because two committees that have to be involved in this, and it's going to take more time. I think my advice to everybody would be, let's take the win now. Let's build momentum. And then let's dedicate our time to going further as market structure and other opportunities present themselves. But right now, timing is critical for a number of reasons. We want to get this started. We want to get this moving. And again, open up this new market for digital assets, open up this new payment mechanism so we can see the investments take place, so we can see the benefit to the American economy.
And that economy includes the crypto ocean with crypto projects that are considered made in the USA, which, even though Kaspa is fully decentralized in essence, is recognized as made in the USA. But the fact stable coins are on its way to becoming more and more accepted worldwide, not just the US, proves big things are coming for crypto. Big things are coming for Kaspa. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good. Before we kick this off, Crypto Crew, always remember to keep your crypto safe. Practicing self-custody is a good habit, and in my opinion, a Tangem wallet is your best option. Plug and play, easy to use, and the most affordable cold storage. Get 10% off using code Crypto Crew, link in the description box below. Thanks so much for your consideration and support in advance, and may the Lord Jesus Christ bless you all.
Who wants to wait 42 seconds to watch something download instead of 2 seconds?
Crypto Crew, the other day, Chris Wolf, aka Wolvie, gave some updates, including some updates on stablecoins, as him and Junie from KEF recently had talks with both Tether, aka USDT, and Circle, aka USDC. Shout out to Ankit of the XXIM podcast.
A year ago, KEF came out. So KEF is a for-profit organization, but it's funded by Ice River. So Ice River is the largest Kaspa ASIC mining manufacturer. So they make tons of mining machines, and they're profitable. Going public soon. So it's a big entity who has a very big interest in Kaspa being like a relevant, flourishing ecosystem crypto. So they said, like, let's take some of the money from the machines that we've sold and put it into a foundation that can pay for things that helps Kaspa do good, that it can't pay for it by itself. So what happened since a year ago, since they came around, and I become very good friends with Juni, who's the executive VP. He stayed at my house a month ago, and in Vegas. We went to New York to talk to Circle, USDC. Just like there's the structure or the building, the picture of the corporate coins, and they have a big bank account. Now Kaspa, even though it did the fair launch, and itself, it doesn't have the money to pay for things. Kef is right there next to us paying for things that are expensive.
Just moving forward, I guess the hint you gave us is the Circle discussion with Juni, with KEF. Again, there was a lot of hype maybe a month ago that Circle is coming to Kaspa, and we were sitting there, we're like, well, stable coins are going to come to Kaspa. It's not it's given that they will come. So what can you share with us around the discussion you had with the Circle team?
These guys are excited because they have their IPO coming out, and we're really keen to hear about Kaspa. So imagine Bezos has Amazon and he has all these boxes that have to all go somewhere, and you hear, okay, FedEx takes 2 days and UPS takes 3 days and USPS, even my own vans take 8 hours. And then somebody walks in that tells you, we take 100 milliseconds and it costs 1/10,000th of a penny to deliver to any in the world a stable coin on Kaspa. That they were like, oh, well, that's kind of cool, So they like the concept. They like that it's censorship resistant, meaning it's not proof of stake, and we don't have outages. When people these contrived systems that are made up by really sharp guys, but they're rewriting things from scratch. They're inventing the wheel as they go along to make very expensive servers talk to each other around the world as fast as possible. Then they break sometimes. Ours is a generalization of Nakamoto consensus. It's proof of work. It's basically a tried and true Bitcoin-ish thing that's been already running like a top since 2009. Just we started ours a lot faster, and we started it in 2021. So anyway, when they hear all that, they think it's cool. There's like 2 stages to stable coins. So in the beginning, you start off as bridged stable coins. That means somebody has to spend money buying it on Ethereum. That would be a place where Kef comes in, and nobody else is going to be able to do that because it's tens of millions of dollars. Tight and safe, then you have to issue them on Kaspa, on an EVM, the smart contract platform of Kasplex probably. And not only do you have to do that, but Circle or whoever, if you're talking to Tether, which we've spoken to them as well, they're going to be inspecting and doing due diligence from their side into your network to make sure that the name of their thing is not tarnished. They don't want it to vanish or get hacked or duplicated or whatever. It's very tight. They want it to be tight, So that's stage 1. And then stage 2 is native, but things have to go really well for native issuance, but it's nowhere out of the realm of possibility. If it was on EVM, which I think that would be the plan, when you're going to move a stable onto an exchange or something, and it tells you you're going to send it to somewhere or receive it, and it tells you what network. So we would want to just be in the list of networks that appear there, and people are used to picking Tron for $1 and waiting, a minute or two, and they could pick Kaspa for like a little piece of a penny that you could shave off with a razor blade, get it in a couple seconds.
Like, so you don't know where it's sitting right now, like the discussions.
So really, I was there to appearing on the behalf of Kaspa as a decentralized network, and having the connections to the developers of Kaspa, L1, and anything like that, integration support. But also, Juni was appearing as on behalf of Kef, and Kef would be really doing the business. They'd be inking it and everything. So I'm sure those guys in the background are having their own conversations. Really, the thing that I think is that it's hinges upon is the completion of a functional layer 2, the EVM. So when the Kasplex EVM is working on the main network and L2's talking to the L1 back and forth, and then you can issue tokens on there, and I think it'll be ready. I think it's more of waiting for that.
Yeah, I think so too. I think layer 2s are operational, because also it increases the demand. It's not just about bringing them over. As I said, like it's about the actual usability of the stables will start to grow as the ecosystem grows outside of just, Kaspa and USDC or stables, right? Now we can actually have a volume going through these tables once we have the dApps.
Crypto Crew, once stablecoins become more accepted in the US, the more players we will see jumping on this $1 trillion opportunity, one of which is based the Ethereum Layer 2, decentralized with the Optimism superchain incubated by Coinbase.
There has been a lot of hype about crypto payments over the years, but we're now at a point where the technology is delivering. So the bedrock of Coinbase payments is USDC and Base. As you've heard a lot today, we are the largest distributor of USDC globally, and Base is our L2 blockchain, which is purpose-built for enterprise-grade payments. When we put USDC and Base together, we have a store of value and a money movement rail that can massively simplify global money movement. Not surprisingly, smart companies are figuring this out, and they're tapping into USDC and Base to get faster money movement, more efficient cross-border, and global payment acceptance. The USDC Base network settles $1 trillion monthly. The fastest growing portion of that is bona fide payments volume. Over the last year, we've nearly doubled the size of the USDC ecosystem in close partnership with Circle. And while that revenue line is important, it's not the end goal. Our number one priority is building partnerships with innovative companies that can help us grow the stablecoin ecosystem and participate in stablecoin upside.
I have no doubt in my mind, Coinbase knows about Kaspa, which I believe is one of the reasons they are quote unquote ignoring Kaspa, even though there is a Kaspa future listings on Coinbase at the moment. People in Coinbase who know crypto would have looked at Kaspa, realized the revolutionary tech Kaspa has developed and is still developing, and potentially are considering Kaspa a threat. Kaspa is fast, cheap, fully decentralized, and soon EVM compatible. Still, Coinbase is a business, so if Kaspa makes money, it makes sense. Time will come, Crypto Crew. Even Coinbase will not be able to deny Kaspa. Not financial advice, of course, just my conviction that I share with conviction. But Coinbase will spotless Kaspa. Prove all things, hold fast that which is good.
Stick around.
Fix your mind before you get to the grind. And with that said, let's continue to escape the matrix. Let's continue to be on the lookout for the next big thing on the crypto ocean. Grow in grace.
So shout out to your crypto crew and keep it moving to money and me. Kaspa is set to flip Dogecoin in 90 days. Rally intimate.
And if something happens, then you're never going to see these prices ever again. Now, normally I don't like to talk like that. You know, we always see these prices again, but there's a reason why I'm saying what I'm saying. You'll understand what I mean in just a second. But remember, nothing here is financial advice. I can always be wrong, so make sure you guys do your own research. Before I continue in the video, if you're looking for a great crypto exchange, make sure you check out my link to BTCC. You get 10% nice money. Same with Arrow, even though Arrow's down a day, but for the most part, it's a red day in the market, which is fine. You know, I say how we should all be used to this by now. Eventually, some of the real coins, the ones that's got real potential, the ones that's got the hype, the narrative, catalyst, they're going to run like crazy sometime this year, I think. Anyways, Castle being one of them. But let's get into the good stuff of this video. Some of you might already know about this, but I haven't talked about this on my channel yet. So I need to talk about this in this video here. All right. So Wall Street Bets is trying to pump Kaspa into the stratosphere, and everybody is talking about it on X. So if this train really takes off, there is no stopping it. And the price that you're seeing on Kaspa right now, you won't see it ever again, in my personal opinion. Now, for anyone that's unfamiliar with Wall Street Bets, they're responsible for the GME pump that happened back in 2021. Check this out right here. January 28th, 2021, the all-time high intraday stock price for GameStop was $483, nearly 190 times the low of $2.57 reached 9 months earlier in April 2020. In pre-market trading hours the same day, it briefly hit over $500, up from $17.25 at the start of the month. Now, I was there for that GME pump in the stock market a few years back, and it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. I didn't get in GME at the very lows at $2.57 or whatever it was, right? But I did end up getting some around, I think maybe like $50 or somewhere around there. I talk about not FOMOing in, crypto all the time, but a few years back, I did have FOMO a little bit. Now FOMO is kind of out of my system, but I did fall into GME. I think I only made maybe like a 2.5x or something like that before I pulled out my money completely, because I'm like, how high can this thing potentially go? And it just kept running. And then it was one of those where it's like, man, I pulled out way too early. But yeah, it was a great pump. And Kaspa's got all the ingredients to have something similar like GME. Now, the reason why GME pumped was kind of a middle finger to all the big players, all the people that kept manipulating the stock market, always trying to suppress the prices. And, a bunch of retail investors just kept pouring money into it. And then a massive short squeeze happened. Right. And Wall Street Bets was behind it. Now, this specific Wall Street Bets is a crypto version, so it's a little bit different, but it's still connected as far as I'm concerned. And that's all it takes for Kaspa to potentially run. Okay. So I want you guys to check this. So the case for Kaspa, a crypto YOLO with more upside than Doge, a Trump meme coin, and GME combined. So hear me out. I think we should collectively pump Kaspa into the stratosphere. It has everything needed to moon this to Jupiter. Kaspa is the middle finger to VCs who bought up cheap POS trash coins, hoping would buy it off them for 100x the price. This ain't a paid shill. This is a retail rebellion. The VCs bet on the wrong horse. Kaspa is here because it works, not because some fund needed an exit liquidity strategy. It pumped through the entire bear market, now ready for the altcoin season. Now, there's a lot to read here, but I'm just going to read this last little bit because I believe this is a very key point into why Kaspa could go on a parabolic run due to, really just end up taking off. So it says Kaspa is being suppressed. Bitcoin maxis and VC funds hate Kaspa because it makes their bags look bad. It exposes a slow, useless change they pumped. The incentive to keep Kaspa off the radar is huge. The moment Kaspa enters the chat, Bitcoin maxis start sweating like they just saw a carbon tax. Every time someone dares mention Kaspa on X, a Bitcoin maxi gets shook and smashes that block button like their life depended on it. All right, and I agree with that completely. The fact that it's still not listed on Binance and Coinbase, in my personal opinion, it says a lot. The fact that people keep talking about what Mexi is up to with Kaspa and the price says a lot. And I do think that, again, once the momentum starts building, if we do get some nice traction and momentum starts going, Kaspa is never going to look back. And like I said earlier, we might never see these prices again. When you think about something like Dogecoin sitting at spot number 9 on CoinMarketCap, 9, that's crazy, right? But what happened with Dogecoin, a lot of hype, lots of momentum started to build. Elon Musk was talking about it, tweeting about it, all that sorts of stuff. Dogecoin took off. People thought it was going to come crashing back down. They thought we're going to see those prices again. And then Dogecoin you never saw those prices ever again. Right now, Dogecoin is sitting at 15 cents, and Kaspa is actually a legit project. Dogecoin is just a meme coin. So I do think that if the train takes off, then yeah, at that point, I will agree that, or I will say the price of Kaspa right now sitting at 7 cents, you're not going to see those prices ever again. Maybe it'll even enter the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. You never really know, man. But I look forward to see how this thing plays out. Hopefully, really, we start to take off, but we're going to see how things play out, okay? But there's a lot going on for Kaspa, man. Smart contracts coming up. They just recently upgraded to 10 BPS. Maybe like and the meme coins that's out there. There's a lot happening here, and we're just in the early stages. So even though the price doesn't look great, it's still okay. I'm still happy with my Kaspa bags right now. And what a lot of people still want to know is who is behind wallet number 2. There's been a lot of talks about wallet number 2, who is now holding 800 million Kaspa. 800 million Kaspa. That is a good amount of Kaspa. So there are people out there that's still buying up the dips, and they're buying up the dips heavy despite the price action. Right now, Kaspa is sitting at 7 cents with a market cap of 1.97 billion. The volume is actually quite low. Let's check this out. On the day, the volume is 43% in the last 24 hours. That's actually quite a lot. I'm actually surprised, but it is what it is, man. What else? Like I said, it's still missing those top exchanges, Binance and Coinbase, which to me is still weird. You know that Coinbase is all about Ethereum, and Ethereum and Bitcoin is their baby. They live off of that, so they don't want any competition, and that's what they probably feel like Kaspa is. Okay. And yeah, that's probably the reason why they haven't listed Kaspa. Yeah, that's the only thing that makes sense. They're busy listing meme coins and useless coins and try to act like they are a legit exchange. But let's be honest, they are probably not as legit as they want people to believe that they are. Now, the last little bit here, if we check out this indicator, you can find it down below. It's called Trade Assist. Let you know it's a good time to buy and sell crypto. We're still in this bearish momentum. The last buy zone that was fired on Kaspa was June 22nd. A couple of sell zones was fired recently. We did pretty much complete this bearish pattern here. Hopefully another bearish pattern doesn't form, or it's not going to look good. But let's hope the momentum starts building with Wall Street bets and Kaspa just takes off. And then people will be FOMOing and chasing Kaspa at all-time highs, which will end up making a new all-time high after the previous all-time high, and it's just going to get crazy from there, man. I'm very excited to see how this thing plays out. But that's all I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. Check out a few of the links that I have.
So shout out to Money and Me for those updates on the BTM Crypto News Network. Last video we're checking out is Cat Daddy. He's talking about the reason Binance has not listed Kaspa. We'll play that and call it a day. Thanks for joining. Happy Friday, and let's get back to the money.
Channel. Stay up to date with news from Kaspa and Kaspa's ecosystem as a whole, as well as the rest of the crypto market. Subscribe and like this video. Let's get it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Let's talk about Binance and potentially why they have not listed Kaspa yet. And I want to start with the fact that for months now, I have been telling you guys that these tier one large exchanges are businesses, right? And we have to keep in mind that Kaspa does not have any coins to give these big exchanges for free so that they can list Kaspa. So these exchanges, Binance in particular, who we're going to talk about today, have to buy Kaspa on the open market for a set price. Now, they are a business. So if you were a tier one exchange and you wanted to list Kaspa, Kaspa did not give you any tokens for free. Okay. You have to go buy them on the open market. Let's say you paid 7 or 8 cents for your Kaspa. You would probably not want to sell that Kaspa to retail for less than 7 or 8 cents, right? You would want to sell it to retail for more than 7 or 8 cents so that you can make money as well as make money off the trading fees. Okay. This is the difference. So they are going to want to, in my opinion, wait until the overall market conditions are better and the prices of altcoins are actually going up, and they're going up sustainably, not just 20% pump and then back down again, 20% pump and back down again. They want to make sure that altcoin season is actually underway so that they can sell the Kaspa on their exchange for more money than what they bought it for. Okay. In other scenarios, in other proof of stake coins, in other meme coins, in other project coins that list on tier one exchanges right away, it is because the tier one exchanges are given a handful of these tokens for free so they can list them, and no matter what price they sell for, they are still making money because they didn't pay anything in the first place, right? That is the big difference between these other projects that list on tier ones right away and Kaspa. So what I want to do is play a little clip from the XXIM podcast. Shout out to them. And Keat, they're interviewing, I think I said that right. They're interviewing Wolfie, and he essentially says the same thing that I just said. So let's listen in.
Just on the listing, just one perhaps last one, and I want to move on to stable points after that, and your predictions on some things. But just on the listings itself, there were a lot of rumors post Crescendo, 5th of May, when the Crescendo 4 came out. A lot of rumors that, hey, Binance is there, Binance will list because of going back to the integration part.
Sure.
Binance will list post Crescendo. So far, we are perhaps a month and a half in. Were those rumors actually true? Because I don't know where the rumors come from, right? So I thought, well, up to here, you can clarify if those rumors had any substantiation behind them.
Okay, so I can tell you facts that we know. So I'm in the integration room, and facts, they never mention anything in there about when, or like we're thinking about it, or we need, if you can give us this and this, or provide a market maker, then we'll turn on trading on this day or in the next 6 weeks or something. They never said a peep about it. That's a fact. Then, but they continue to ask questions about how to make it run like a top. So I don't think they're doing it for fun. I have no idea, but I would just be hopeful that they have their own plan. They're a business, and they're not in the favor business. Okay. No. But they have a plan. I would imagine when it's convenient for them and it makes the most business sense, they probably will turn on spot trading.
Two things there. He says that Binance is still in contact with him and continuing to ask technical questions, continuing to want to stay up to date with everything tech-wise and everything Kaspa, okay? And he assumes, right, which is very logical, that they're not doing it for fun, right? They have a reason why these guys up here are telling their team down here to stay in contact with Kaspa and stay up to date on the tech. Secondly, he mentions that they are a business, and he assumes that they are going to that they have a plan and that they are going to list spot when it is convenient for them, right? Which is along the lines of what I said, that they're a business and they're going to do things and operate as though they are a business.
Yeah. Now, this is another fact. There was about a series of 4 tweets in about 36 hours, 36 or 48 hours, in 1 or 2 days. CZ himself plus Binance on Twitter. Binance posted 3 real hints about Kaspa, it seemed like. And then, one was like, what is the trilemma?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. That was.
Then there was one like, there was one where it even had the hat, like Michael Sutton is Orthodox Jewish, and he has the hat, and there was a picture with him with the hat on from Australia last November, and then all of a sudden there's like this silhouette with the exact same hat. It wasn't a cowboy hat; it was the Sutton hat, Right. So they seem to be poking, to do a little experiment, see what kind of likes or reaction they got to test how big the community was or something. Maybe they're doing their research to see, is it really, like, if we're not getting a pile of coins out of these people, is it really this big of a deal? Should we maybe turn on trading this year sometime? Like, I don't know. They don't tell me anything, but we've been in contact with them for almost 2 years now. Yeah. So that one we have.
So it's good to get the facts out and some speculation also, which we may not be true. And when was the last time you guys contacted? Like, is it a regular exchange of messages, or is it more, once a month type? Someone just around?
Yeah. Binance has been hammering us with tech questions for the last 6 weeks, probably. Okay. This morning, they were going at it last night. Yeah.
Oh, that's so there is something behind the scenes.
For the last 6 weeks, they've been hammering tech questions straight to Wolfie, including this morning. And this morning is whenever this interview was taking place. But keep that in mind, that there's a reason, I would assume, why they continue to stay in contact and continue to hammer questions at Wolfie via the tech side. Why would they be doing that just for fun? There's a reason behind it. And the reason, logically, would be that they plan on spot listing at some point.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's been going on for a year and a half. I don't get excited anymore because it's been going on for 18 months. Yeah, I mean, 2 Christmases ago, I thought they were going to turn it on. And 2 Christmases ago, I thought spot trading was going to be turned on. But anyway, I mean, they didn't abandon us. It's not dead. It's not a dead room. Somebody's telling the guys who are asking the questions to make it work for someday or for something. I have no idea.
You think it's also to do with the volume itself? Because I know we talked about the money part. They obviously are driven by listing fees that they charge, but also the volume, right? That's a big key. And the best way to look at it, right, is the Trump and Melania coin. Soon as they came out, right, in January this year, they were all on Binance, Coinbase, even Melania, which is not official coin, right? It was, I think, a coin. They were both trading on these things, and it was, for me at least, because they were just had so much volume at that time, and they couldn't miss out on getting the
volume. No, it's almost like a chicken and the egg thing.
It's true.
How are you going to get volume if you're not on Coinbase and Binance, right, or whatever, or Binance? So I would imagine, just like Putin and Xi Jinping. I'm saying it wrong.
Xi Jinping. Yeah. Xi Jinping.
Yeah. And, just like Trump and the White House and those guys all have the hotline. There's got to be some the high-end golf course hotline from CZ to like Trump. Trump's son. Yeah, we're coming out with a thing. It's my dad's token. Yeah, let's just get it going. How many do you want? Send me your ETH address. Bling. There you go. Here's 15% of supply. Let's just turn it on. We'll make a killing. It'll be great. I'll see you in the Islands next month. That's fine.
That's how deals are done, right? That's how deals are actually done.
Yeah, they really are done. Yeah, but but not Kaspa deals because there's no thin air any to give away. So now let me just segue. Let me just add this little part in here because a lot of people don't know this. So when you have like one of these super successful corporate coins or projects, tokens, whatever, like say Solana or Say or Sui, these things, that's a corporation. So in this machine, there's a corporation that's constructed for the purpose of making money. And they think, how can we make money? Should we start a weed company? Well, that's kind of played out. Wait, this crypto thing's hot. Let's make a cryptocurrency. Okay, let's make a corporation for cryptocurrency. We need to hire some developers. We need marketing guys. We need a logo. We need a bank account. We need investors. Let's make a pitch deck. And they get all this money, and then they hire people. And they make the story of why it's the best thing in the world. So, and then when they start the L1, they do a pre-mine or a foundation wallet or a something. Somehow they have a huge pile of the coins in existence, right? So they have this floor in the building of the corporation, and it's full of free tokens for them. So Kaspa doesn't have it because it was very similar, following the playbook of Bitcoin fair launch to a T. So we don't have any free tokens for anybody, no free coins.
So those free tokens that he's talking about, that pretty much every other project, they're companies and they create and start with a bunch of free tokens because they can print them out of thin air, get sent to the exchanges for immediate listings. And that's why you see a lot of these proof of stake out of nowhere coins and projects getting listed right away on big exchanges, because of the fact that they set aside a giant percentage of the supply to give to these exchanges for immediate listings. Whereas Kaspa has no, like he said, free coins that can be made up out of thin air. They're all accounted for, and they don't have any to give to these exchanges. So to go back and round trip this back to the beginning, that is why exchanges have not listed Kaspa yet, because they have to buy them with their own money at market price. They are businesses, and they are going to want to sell them logically for more than they purchased for. And right now, the markets are not very positive. So I would assume that their plan, like Wolfie said, they have a plan, right? They're still in contact with him, Binance is, almost on an everyday basis. Their plan, I would assume, is to wait until market conditions turn around for the positive and sustainably turn around for the positive when Bitcoin dominance starts to go down and altcoin season starts. That way, all of the coins that retail buys off of them are going to sell for a higher price, plus they get the trading fees. They make a lot of money. Bada bing, bada boom. Watch it happen. You heard it first here. In the meantime, guys, you need to pack your damn bags before it's too late. I will see you in the next video.
So shout out to Cat Daddy and joining the BTM Crypto News Network. And he's right. They haven't listed because they got to buy it. And when they do buy it, they're trying to buy it and make profit. So they're going to buy it as cheap as possible to turn around and sell it and make a profit. So that's why these exchanges, especially the major ones like Coinbase and Binance, haven't listed it yet. They're trying to get it cheap so they can flip it and make money when they do sell it. But I do think they're slowly buying it, but they're waiting for a pump to list it because they know if they list it right before the pump or during the pump, they'll make their money back. But thanks for joining. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe and super chat. And as always, let's get back to the money. And it's okay to be weird or different. Maybe you're not weird, everyone else is. But with that said, happy Friday and come back at 3 o'clock for the Zebek updates. But thanks for joining and Kaspa. And as always, let's get back to the money and BTM out. See you guys back at 3 for the Zebek Live. Peace and hair grease. Miner out.